This is Future of Honor Friday. My name is Joe Dombrowski. We keep on rolling through Texas. We are in Houston this week for one-on-one action. Let's not waste any time. Bobby Cruz, take it.
This is a Future of Honor match. It is set for one fall. Introducing first, weighing 209 pounds, number 1, Bryan Johnson.
Number 1, Bryan Johnson is one of the most prolific athletes in Future of Honor. Arguably the loudest, most outspoken, most ego-driven. We could go on. The man who's completely absorbed in his opinion of himself, Bryan Johnson. I'll tell you what, he looks the part, he wrestles the part, and he's been on a hot streak as of late. And he's got his eyes poised on bigger and better things as we move on, but his opponent has been a part of some very, very high-profile contests in his own right. Let's get the introduction from the voice of Ring of Honor, Mr. Bobby Cruz.
His opponent, weighing 171 pounds, he's representing Shinobi Shadow Squad, Ryan Nova.
Ryan Nova's been on a hot streak in his own right. 3S, the Shinobi Shadow Squad, Ryan Nova's trios team with Eli Isom and Cheeseburger. To the best of my recollection, still undefeated here in Future of Honor telecasts. And they've also gathered some impressive wins in Ring of Honor events as well. But this is Ryan Nova's opportunity to shine all his own in this contest. Ryan Nova is often referred to as the secret weapon of 3S. That can be a blessing and a curse. It can be a help and a hindrance, depending on your perception of things. Of course, Cheeseburger is a cult hero. Eli Isom has done major things in the past several months. I'm trying not to talk over Bryan Johnson, but it's very difficult. A most ego-driven Code of Honor handshake as they go one-on-one center ring. And, you know, Nova being the secret weapon helps him sort of back clean up, so to speak, in the trios matches with Cheeseburger and Eli Isom. But Nova wants to make sure 2019 is the year everyone knows his name, and Bryan Johnson will be belittling and disrespectful toward Nova. Nova not going to take it. I understand Nova is taking up meditation to connect with his mind and soul and to draw out more strength from within, but far from a meditative-like mentality, as Johnson very quickly got under Nova's skin. And if you've been around Bryan Johnson more than about 4 seconds, you understand why that's easy to do. And Nova responds in kind of that slap, and Nova showing he's anything but a pushover. Whether it's trios, one-on-one, or anything else, Nova will give it his all. Nice side round kick. And then caught Johnson low. That fancy footwork. Nova, a great striker. We've talked before about his study of Tong Soo Do. And Johnson is now studying the art of timeout, which does not exist. And Johnson went to slip away. Nova went to give chase, and Johnson baited Nova back in with a beautiful drop kick. And the Mecca of manhood, the Rolls Royce of wrestling, living up to that namesake. Johnson has made it clear he's thrown his name into the hat of the 2019 Ring of Honor Top Prospect Tournament. We talked about the fact he was entered in the 2018 installment. That bracket was busted time and again by Jeff Cobb, who of course went on to capture the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. And no disrespect to Johnson or anybody else in that field, but with the background of Jeff Cobb and the determination of Jeff Cobb, I'm not sure if anybody would have been able to stand up to the former Olympian. All right, now it's Nova standing up, and Johnson attempts a drop kick. Johnson able to hang onto the ropes, slipping quickly into the cover for 2. Johnson's an opportunist. Likes to pick his spots. I think the fans are telling the... Oh, there's another cover. Fans are saying it was a 2 count. Johnson informing them his favorite number is 1. As if you wouldn't have guessed. Knee pad and trunks included. Chin lock cinched in. Nova battling against adversity. It's what he does best. Nova's done a great job adjusting thus far to one-on-one competition. It's been a while since I've seen him in singles action. But nice counter in the form of the drop kick. And there's that secret weapon mentality. I don't think Johnson realized Nova had shaken those cobwebs until it was too late. Nova was already mounting his strategy and mounting his counterattack. Johnson reverses. Nova trying to quicken the tempo that favors the smaller, more athletic Nova, who connects high with a knee strike. Nova says it's his time. We'll see if he can follow through, make that count. Nova caught Johnson high. Gonna get some extra spring. Off the bottom rope into the DDT. Johnson got spiked. That'll do it. No. And you can see the shock and awe on the face of Ryan Nova. He thought for sure this thing was done. Johnson with other ideas in mind. Nova.
I want you to look while I knock your teeth right down your throat.
Nova showing that Bryan Johnson isn't the only one that can verbalize his contempt. And Johnson apologizing, trying to bait Nova in and hang him up by the trunks into that corner. Doesn't work out. Nova grabbing onto Johnson. Johnson grabbing onto the ropes, whatever he can do here. Official trying to get a break because they're in the ropes. Oh, wait a minute. Nova went to charge back in. Johnson was waiting. He clipped the knee with a kick, and then Nova landed onto the other knee. That's the baby doll Blitz. And with all of Johnson's flaws, when the Blitz gets hit, that's over. Bryan Johnson, the victor.
The winner of the match, number 1, Bryan Johnson.
Nova came in with tunnel vision, and maybe needs a little more time under that meditation mentality.
And you're looking at him.
Bryan Johnson kept his cool, had a defensive approach, baited Nova in,
Because they ain't me.
and that knockout shot to the knee gave Johnson what he needed to follow through. On Future of Honor Friday, I'm Joe Dombrowski. We'll see you next time.